Is belief your biggest problem, or is it something else underneath? Well, in this video, I'm going to tell you the one thing that you have to correct to actually accept a new belief. But before we get down that road, hit the like and subscribe button, and let's get it popping. A few years back, I was scrolling on YouTube and started seeing this black guy with gray beard saying all these great things. I was like, man, I don't feel like watching him, because you know, when you're on YouTube, you may be scrolling or you may be looking for a particular person. But one day I had time, and the guy, Myron Golden, popped up, and he's a phenomenal speaker. And when he was teaching about kingdom principles, how you can apply that to everyday living, I immediately went to his conference. It was the first conference he had, the Make More, and I went off of there looking. I went there from doing his Make More Offers challenge. It was a great conference, and I ended up buying one of his offers and taking one of his coaching programs, which is a great program, and I suggest anybody who is looking to apply to understand certain principles on how to make offers, online or offline, you should definitely look into Myron. But there was one thing that he has said in coaching that kind of stuck with me. He said it's not about really making an offer. It's not about you understanding what to do. He said the biggest hurdle people have is actually their mindset, their belief. And I thought about why. Why is it that even though we're highly motivated, we know we have the desire to do better, to be better, we are listening to motivational videos every day, we're saying affirmations, we're praying, whatever you may be doing, the desire is there that you know you need to be better. Why is it difficult for us to accept that new belief? Well, I want to reference Matthew chapter 9, I believe verse 16 or 17, when Jesus is talking about new wine must go into wineskin. He was saying that you can't put new wine into old wineskin because it will break. You can't put, it can't handle that. But why is that? And it's an analogy for your mindset, for your heart. Whenever you are looking to accept a new belief, you have to take away the false belief that was there before. So if you are trying, if you say you can make $1 million and you are trying to input that belief, you can't have $100,000 mindset. If you are looking to say, I'm going to be a more grateful attitude, you've got to take out that mindset, that emotion about being petty, holding grudges. Me doing homes for over a decade, renovating them, the very first thing that people think about is the first step to building a new home is the foundation. It's actually the second step. The first step is actually the infrastructure. The infrastructure is the part that is underneath the ground that allows the foundation to be set properly. If you are not creating the right systems in your heart, in your mind, then you're not going to be able to accept that new belief. No matter how much you try, no matter how many videos of rah, you can do this, you see, no matter how many times you are sometimes talking to yourself, and words are very important, but if you're not changing that infrastructure, if you're not changing that system, then you accepting a new belief to be able to produce in a certain way, that's just not going to happen. So how do you change your system? How do you change your infrastructure to be able to accept that new belief? Well, the first way is you're going to have to become aware of the emotions and the pain in your heart. Where your treasure lies, where your heart is, where your treasure lies. If you're not aware of the things that causes triggers, that causes you to produce or to habitually do something without you thinking about it in a certain way, then you can't fix what you're trying to do. So, for example, if you want to just have a forgiving heart, you must understand that you have unforgiveness in your heart, and you have to take out the root of that. And then once you identify that, once you are aware of these limiting beliefs, these limiting things that's holding you back, you got to commit to taking it away. So if you want to be forgiven, say, hey, now that you're aware of you need to forgive, okay, start the process of doing the actions of somebody who's forgiving. Another way that you can do, another way that you can actually, I'm going to just stop right here so I can speak. Another way that you can actually start accepting new beliefs is understand the outcome you want. Once you understand the outcome, then you will understand that to get this outcome, you got to become this type of person to attract that type of outcome. So what the recommendation is that when you are understanding, okay, I need to get rid of this old infrastructure. Now, this is the outcome I want. Write all the things that you think, and you can also research what it takes to become a person who can attract that outcome. Then these skills, this mindset becomes the infrastructure where now you can start building a proper foundation to have a proper house that can stand on there. Beliefs are the manifestation of the things that you're thinking in your heart that goes to your mind. Whenever you have an emotion, that anchors a thought in your mind that produces a certain expectation. So whenever you are looking, the two things, whenever you are looking to actually accept a new belief, two things. Be aware of the negative, the pain, the triggers in your heart. That's the starting point. Second thing, underline what is the outcome you want out of your life in a certain area. Then write down the skills, the characteristics of that person you need to become to attract that outcome. Okay? And then you can properly start planting the seeds of these beliefs that can produce a better harvest for you. One thing I want to leave with you today is that if greater is possible, then that means lesser is possible. So whatever's possible for you is what you believe. So until next time, subscribe to the channel, look at the videos, and if it's something that resonates with you, please share the word. Talk to you soon.